2 seconds, 6 gunshots, a life changed forever. December 10th, 2020, Officer T.J. Webb was serving an arrest warrant in Rehoboth when the suspect in an attempted murder opened fire. Officer Webb left with life-threatening injuries and a long road to recovery.
And you may remember last May, T.J. Webb sat down with us to talk about his nonprofit called Fit for Duty Foundation. The mission of Fit for Duty is to encourage other police officers to get involved in fitness and mental health.
Well, T.J. Webb has another project, a book called Just One More. And guess who is with us in historic Studio D this afternoon? It's good to see you, sir.
Hey, great to be here.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me ask you this. It's been 3 years since the shooting. How are things? How are you doing?
Great. Things are great. Life is great. Couldn't be happier. I mean, yeah, love it right now. Yeah.
Awesome.
And do you still have any? I mean, did it set you back? Anything permanent physically?
Yeah, I have some mobility issues, some in my leg and my hands a little bit, but nothing terrible. You know, it's
Yeah.
See, now that's an attitude.
Yeah. It's just forward thinking.
Yeah.
Okay. Fit for Duty Foundation.
Yep.
How's that going? Give us an update on it.
It's going great. We sponsor officers from around the country to get involved in their fitness, physically and mentally. And I think this past year, in 2023, we sponsored around 30 officers around the country. So we're hoping to keep seeing that growing as the years come. But yeah, it's going great. A lot of support. Yeah.
That's great. So tell us about Just One More.
Yeah, Just One More is my new book. It's a book about overcoming life's obstacles. It'll detail the events on December 10th, 2020, take you through that day, how I got through it mentally, physically, landing me where I am today. And it's also a really good look inside the life of your average police officer or first responder. I mean, a lot of the things that you read about in this book are things that they see and deal with on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And that's really one of my favorite parts about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you had said that when this all happened, you were journaling. You weren't necessarily thinking about writing a book, but you kept a log on what was happening.
Yeah, so early on in the stages of my recovery, I kept a journal because I wanted to have something to look back on, see where I was physically, see where I was mentally, how things developed over time. And as that went on, I kind of just looked at it one day and thought, you know, I might have something here. Then it was just a matter of filling in all the gaps with other things that occurred throughout my career. And yeah, it was a great process. It was a very therapeutic process. I really enjoyed it, and yeah.
Yeah, because I was going to ask you about reliving that night.
Yeah.
How was that? I mean, putting it on paper.
Yeah, when you think about something, you know, it's one thing, but when you start putting words down on paper, it turns into something else. So, and that's why I say it was so therapeutic, because it allowed me to get a lot out. And really process things a lot better, which is what I really enjoyed about it.
Yeah. So the title, Just One More.
Right.
What does that mean?
So Just One More it's kind of what I put together in the beginning without even realizing it really. In my early stages of rehab and going forward, you know, I always had tasks I had to meet with my physical therapist, and if they gave me five repetitions of something to do, I did 6 or 7. If they gave me 6 rounds of something, I did 7 or 8. So it was always one more repetition, one more round, and eventually it turned into 1 more mile when I started running.
Just one more.
Just one more.
And you've accomplished a lot since then with the running and the physical activities. Okay, so what do you hope readers will take away from Just One More?
Well, it's not a book just for first responders. This is a book for anybody. And it's a book that when you read this, I hope you can get out of it some tips that I used to get through a setback in life. It's not, whether it's what I went through with gunfire, or you're in a car accident, everything's relative to you. Your worst day is your worst day. And once you get past that worst day, how you get through it is how you get through it. It's all the same. It's all mental. It's how you push yourself and where you want to be in life. And that's what I want you to get out of this book, is to know that there's more in you than you know. You can always push yourself a little bit further.
Don't give up, don't quit.
That's it.
Absolutely fascinating. So from here, I mean, I don't think you had a book in your plans originally.
No.
What are you going to do from here? You going to write another one?
Yeah, there are plans for another book we're thinking about. We haven't dived into that yet, but that's definitely in the plans. And right now I'm doing some public speaking. I do a presentation on overcoming critical incidents for first responders. And I just started another one for forging leadership within yourself for more like the business corporate world.
Yeah. Wow, amazing. TJ Webb, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
It's always good to see you.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm.